Hello, my name is Danielle Skeldon, and I'm the reference librarian at the Jesse Smith Library in Harrisville, Rhode Island. Today I'm going to walk you through some quick steps on how to use the database NoveList in order to find your next great read. Okay, so we're going to start here at the Google homepage. You can either key askri.org into the URL bar at the top, or you can just plug it in here in the search bar. Once you get this page generated, you want to click on askri.org, Rhode Island's online reference center. This is a great tool that you can access from home. As you'll see, when you click on it, askri.org, it is a hub for a ton of different databases. But today we're just going to look at NoveList. So you click on NoveList, it opens up to their landing page. You'll see here on the home page that they have a ton of different ways for you to browse. If you don't have anything particular in mind, you just want to get an idea of something good to read, they have a ton of resources here. You can search by genre. There's different lists that are made up based on your age, what intrigues you, a favorite genre, whatever. They make it very easy for you to browse through this website. I do like some of their subcategories here: unconventional and stylishly complex, world building and lush, funny and engaging. They really do have a good time with the way that they set this up. It's nicely done. But let's say you just read something uncharacteristic for yourself, and it was the first fantasy book you'd ever read. And let's say it was Harry Potter. We're going to use that today as an example. You would want to figure out what to read next. And in order to do that, you can use NoveList. So you would just key Harry Potter into the search bar. Because it generates all of these Harry Potter books here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll click on Sorcerer's Stone. Now, if you had keyed in the entire title of a book, you would key it in here and then hit this search button here. I didn't have to do that because I chose something that showed up in the drop-down menu. Okay, so this is the page that's generated. It gave us two results. One is the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone illustrated book, and the other is the chapter book. For our purposes, we're going to use the chapter book as a reference point. So you could essentially just click here on title read-alikes, author read-alikes, or series read-alikes to get something similar. And it will generate a pretty boring list of, well, the books aren't boring, but there's no pictures, there's no covers, there's just a brief synopsis, and it tells you why it was linked to the Harry Potter book. You could copy and paste the titles into this search bar here and link up to them. Or if you click on Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, you'll see that here on the right-hand side, there's a whole list of read-alikes, and these are clickable links. And if you just scroll over them without clicking, you'll see that it gives you information. So you've got Fablehaven. It gives you a brief description, age appropriateness, and why it was linked to Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone. This is kind of excellent. If this is why you're here specifically, it does give you this whole list of read-alikes. I'm not going to click on view all because I kind of want to take a minute to look at this page with you and show you the other resources available. You can email the source, you can save it as a file, you can print. It gives you a ton of information here about the book itself. If you're looking at it for educational purposes, you've got the grade levels and things like that here, accelerated reader. You have all the genre, the theme, character, all of these things are located on this page, in addition to a link to our library catalog. So if you wanted to put it on hold, you could. If you keep scrolling down a little bit, you get to the reviews, more about this book, lists and articles. This section here will give you a more detailed review from some very well-known magazines and articles and things like that. So Booklist, School Library Journal, Publishers Weekly, Kirkus, they're all common book reviewers that in the profession, we look to them when we're trying to make decisions on what to recommend for people to read. So essentially, you can see what we would see. If you scroll down to the bottom here, this is kind of my favorite part. You can take a look at what genres are associated with this book, the pace, the writing style, theme, so on and so forth. And so while they don't give you a list of every genre, they give you only the genres that have something to do with this particular book that you read that you want to find something similar to. If you want to narrow it down even further than these have been at the right, if you want more specific tie-ins, you could click on only the things that you're interested in. So let's say if I don't care that it became a movie or that it was plot driven, but I do care that it was fantasy fiction, it was world building, it was fast paced, and it had magic. Those are the only things I really loved about this book. And I just want anything that they can find that has those things. I can choose those options and click search, and it will generate a new list for me that specifically targets those keywords that I chose. So of course we get more Harry Potter books in that recall, but we also get other books that I've never heard of before. A Darker Shade of Magic, Nevermore. I've never heard of Nevermore. I want to check that out. So I'm going to click on it. And now it tells me a little bit more about it. And some of the same books, I'm sure, that came up as a read-alike for Harry Potter are here in this suggestion bar, this read-alikes bar on the right. But there's a couple of new things too, probably based more on something else that wasn't included in Harry Potter that is in this book. So it really is an excellent tool if you have just opened your eyes to a new genre that you've never been interested in before and you're looking to find more in that category. I highly recommend jumping down this rabbit hole of information. It's a lot of fun to play with. And right now, being stuck at home, we have a lot more time to read. So this is an excellent resource. Again, you just want to start at askri.org and go to NoveList. And this is where you'll find all this information. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook. We're really receptive to questions. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this and that you use it all the time. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.